Boxing King Media in association with the Riyadh season. Delighted to be joined by Mr. Don Charles, a proud coach who's running on zero sleep since last night.
Yeah, I'm, I'm, I'm like still floating basically. No sleep. The whole team, team Triple D. None of us have had a wink of sleep, and understandably, we're all on a high, and it's a brilliant moment for all of us, for the team.
Dan's not a man with many words, he sometimes he can't express what he's feeling, but I'm guessing with people that he's close to and the time he spends around, like people like you and his dad, what was he like when he got back to the hotel? Did he say anything?
Yeah, he's just happy, and his smile says it all. He's got this baby sort of smile, and he's such a sweet boy, and yeah, he was just very happy, very happy, and it's good to see him like that.
One of the things I wanted to raise, Don, is we saw in the build up to this fight, and it's not just this fight, we hear it a lot. Oh, when they sparred each other, he chinned him, or he dropped him, or he dominated the spars. That was something that was said in the build up this fight, and Hergovich mentioned it a few times as well. Does this now prove to fans, casual fans, that sparring means nothing? It's what happens in the ring.
No, sparring means a lot. I'm not a hypocrite. You can take references from it, but I wouldn't go public with it. Some fighters gloat on it. They do that because they draw confidence from it. Yes, he sparred Daniel. Apparently, Daniel was a mere 19-year-old, and he was a fully grown man. He was what Daniel's age is now. I think he was 26, 27 when he sparred Daniel. And but he was hanging on to that, Filip Hrgović. And I knew that would come back and bite him, and it did.
Is that when people say because he stopped him in sparring, he'll definitely stop him in the fight?
No, let's not get carried away. From what I've been told, there was no stoppages going on. Daniel was 19 years old. He wasn't feeling well that particular day, and the sparring wasn't going his way. He never got dropped or stopped, and that's nonsense. Although I wasn't there, the people who were there have told me what actually happened. Yeah, the trainer, it wasn't going their way. For the young man, he wasn't feeling well, and the sparring wasn't going his way. So the smart thing to do is to stop sparring and leave it there. And that's what happened, from what I've been told. So Filip Hrgović, obviously, that's what he was holding on to. And I did say in pre-fight chats we had, I said, look, I'd like to think that he's not really pinning too much hope on the session he had with a 19-year-old boy who's now a 26-year-old young man. So that's partly what complacency is, a killer thing. And he was complacent, and I don't think he would have put a full campaign for Daniel, because he thinks I'm just gonna come and this young man has grown up. He's a young man. He was 19. He's a little boy when Hrgović this sparring supposed to have taken place. So and he was very arrogant all throughout the build up to this. From what he was saying, he was being really dismissive of Daniel's chances. I'm not saying that he should be like, oh, Daniel's gonna beat him, or I expect him to be confident going into a fight. You have to be, but to the degree where he was very dismissive of Daniel. It's like all he has to do is turn up and he's won. That was his attitude. And then when Daniel started landing on him, took the soul out of him.
Well, talking of landing on him, you told me in the build-up that you've added layers to Daniel's game, and you revealed one layer, which was defense. But I think you didn't tell me about this other layer, which is like all-out violence. I've never seen Daniel Dubois bring so much violence in a fight. Was that another layer that you kept to yourself?
Well, it's not a question of keeping them so. It's something that the style we're devising for him, based on how he's built, is a cross between Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, the real deal. From the way his body shape is, the way he's built, his fighting style should be of that. That's what you're seeing. It's far from complete. We shipped too many right hands last night. That's not a part of the plan. Okay, but there were other things he was doing defensively that I was happy with, but we have to go back to work and make sure it doesn't leak that many right hands.
You're a man of a lot of experience, Don. You've been there, done it all. When Dan joined your gym, I still remember people were saying, oh, is this the right coach for him? You've proven 4 fights, you've beaten 3 undefeated guys, had a really good fight with Usyk. you've changed this guy. You know, taking him at the boxing gym, is it? You know, what have you? You know, what kind of relationship is it where you kind of installed so much self belief in him? Because I think most fans will agree, no one's seen that side to Daniel like before, the way he's now.
Yeah, because it's a development, it's a work in progress. He's a young man developing in all aspects. It's not just about boxing. He's growing up, he's maturing. And his father, I always say, would make sure, because his father behind the scenes does a lot of work, which you should do. You're the parent. His father does a lot of work, and in the boxing side of it, I understand boxing. I'm an older guy. I'm 62. I followed boxing on from the age of 15. I followed boxing, and I've studied boxing. I'm still studying boxing. So therefore, the experience I have, I know my worth as a coach. Nobody else needs to know or recognize it. I don't care. I'm not being arrogant. I don't care. I care about me. I know what I'm capable of doing. And if I have a student who's able to learn, listen and learn, they can only learn from the experience that I bring. I bring a lot of experience, and I keep. It's almost like a broken record. I hear myself and it annoys me, but I have to say it. Yeah, I don't get given fighters of a level. Daniel Dubois is probably the most accomplished and established fighter that I've gotten in 20 years to train. I've had fighters who've got a very good level when they came to me. Frank Bellioni came to me after he'd already fought for a world title. So it was a very, very good level. Yeah. But he never fought for the British title. So when he came to me, we went back and contested and won the British title and defended it twice. Okay, and Derek Chisora I started with, but he was an amateur when I started with him, so I developed him from day one. And so all throughout my career as a coach, I've always developed fighters from very beginnings. I haven't inherited an established fighter. This is the first fighter of the level, and watch what I'm going to work wonders with him, because I've got so much experience, I've got so much to give.
I love your passion, Don. I genuinely do, and it's the old school mentality.
It's real and it's facts. That's why I sound the way I sound. It's real.
It's old school and it's genuine and it's from the heart. Lastly, obviously, all the talk is Dan going to be fit enough? You know, that if it is that September date, has he got enough time? He didn't look like any marks on his face last night. He didn't ship a lot of right hands early on. But he didn't have any marks on his face. Is he going to be fit if he gets that date in September against Anthony Joshua at Wembley?
The answer is capital Y, capital E, capital S. Yes, he will.
You know, you just touched on it there. You said, you know, you've never had a fighter given to you with so much potential, and it must be amazing. And established. It must be amazing for you now. You're on the brink of headlining a Wembley Stadium show as a coach. I'm guessing as a coach, a career high moment as well. So just you as a person, how does that mean to you?
I deserve it, and I've done my apprenticeship. Listen, when I was a mere rookie coach, I was new. Derek Chisora fought Vitaly Klitschko in 2012. I was a novice for a world title in Germany, and we didn't do bad. Back then, they said Derek Chisora was going to get knocked out in 2 rounds by Vitaly because he was brutalizing everybody during that period. He never knocked us out. Although we didn't win, we was awarded scorecards. We got awarded 4 rounds against Vitaly Klitschko, who was pulverizing everybody during that period. And his brother Vladimir actually chickened out 2 years prior to that, 2010. People don't know my history. They don't examine my history as a coach. Yeah. So I've got a lot to give. I've experienced a lot, and that experience serves me well now to put into people like boxers like Daniel Dubois. This is easy work for me to train someone like Daniel Dubois. He's a ready-made fighter. I just have to tweak things here, there, and there to identity, to have the identity. Like I said to you earlier on, it's a cross between Holyfield and Mike Tyson is what I'm trying to merge those the best elements of those 2 fighters, and to that's what you're looking at. Hence why you saw the aggressive side of him last night.
The idea of Daniel Dubois with that style against Anthony Joshua sounds so exciting. What happens when these 2 clash? What are you expecting?
It's listen, I never give anything away. May the best man win. That's all I can say. If that does materialize, because it's still in the talks, it's not confirmed, so I'm not at liberty to expand on that.
Don, appreciate your time. I know you're tired. You've not had any sleep. There's flies buzzing about everywhere.
I'm not being flashed, by the way. I'm wearing sunglasses. Okay, it is a little bit bright. I'm tired, hence why I've got these on.
Yeah.
And I'm not suddenly we've won a fight and I'm a superstar. I'm wearing sunglasses. No, trust me, it's my eyes are tired, and it is we are in Rio. It's hot. It's very, very hot. It's 40 degrees, and my eyes are tired.
At 62 years old, you don't strike me as somebody that's going to change over a moment like this. But like I said, I'm genuinely happy for you. It's nice to see people like yourself get an opportunity with a fighter like Dan, and then show the rewards. And now you're going to get the reward, hopefully, which is a big fight at Wembley. And thank you for your time, Don.
God willing, God bless us all. Bless you and your family.
Thank you.